204 top 10 finishes. That's remarkable. One highlight, and I know it's almost impossible. It's like having you pick your favorite kid.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one highlight for you looking back on that?
Oh, man. I'm going to, not the wins, not the most popular drivers, not some of my favorite trophies. It has to be running, no, I'm going to back up. It has to be helping Dale Earnhardt Sr. win the last race of his life, and I finished second at Talladega in the Winston 500. Arguably the biggest racing moment in my life, because Dale Sr., forget about racing. I'm talking Dale Sr., just say the name. It's kind of like, in the racing world, it's like Muhammad Ali.
It's huge.
I mean, baseball players, football players, they all want to be Dale Sr. Every man wants to be Dale Sr. Mm-hmm. He was the Marlboro man. He was a man's man. And Sr. was good to me. Remember, he gave me my first start. We're there at Talladega, and we both have really bad pit stops with 10 laps to go. And my crew chief goes, okay, just change all 4 tires now. And so we change all 4 tires, and I come out dead last, like 30th something. I look in my mirror, and Dale Sr., I mean, listen, in those days, you looked in your mirror, Sr. always wore an open-face helmet. It was so odd, right? Everybody else wore a closed-face helmet. Earnhardt, he wore them big old bubble goggles. And I'm like, holy moly. I keyed my button. I asked my crew chief, I said, what is Dale Sr. doing behind me with 10 laps to go? And they said, well, he had a bad pit stop too. So they dropped the green flag. We go slicing and dicing. 10 laps to go. I'm making big gains. Somehow, Sr. gets by me. And he's wearing white gloves that day, right? You would think the man in black would be wearing black, mean gloves. He puts his hand up, and it looked like a paw. And I'm right behind him. I'm almost pushing him. And he's like, if I were to use words, it would say, help me, Kenny, please help me. Dale Sr.'s asking me, Kenny Wallace from Arnold, Missouri, help. I'm like, okay, we're all in this together. Let's go. 205, 210 miles per hour. I start pushing him. Now, in those days, you really couldn't bang into him, but nobody could get between us. I stayed loyal to him. He wins the Winston 500, wins over $1 million. And when I get out of my race car after finishing second, all he talks about is how great Kenny Wallace is. Wow. Changed my life forever.
I never heard that story.
Oh, that's accurate to the max. I mean, and Senior has 70% of the fans. And they all came to me. And then, in February, the next year, he gets killed. In a wreck at Daytona, in the Daytona 500. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, my life is incredibly strange. And like I said, I got about 100 trophies, and they all mean a lot to me, and I can tell stories about every one. But it's a trophy that I don't have.
That's awesome. There's so much meaning to that, man.
Isn't that crazy?